Okay, hello, this is Jerry Norton, and in this video I'm going to do a tutorial on how to look at comps on Redfin. Now, Redfin is not in all markets, so this will only apply if Redfin is in the market where the deal is you're looking at. But if it is, and just simply Google your area and you'll find out, and that's as of this recording. Redfin is expanding. They just recently sold to Wall Street, so I imagine they're going to get funding and grow and be in all markets. So that'll be great because they really have some phenomenal tools for comping properties that to me are superior than Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com or any of the others. So here I am, I'm at Redfin. Under Find a Home, I'm going to put in the address that I'm looking for, and in this case it's a lot that I'm looking up. And this is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So then I'm going to search it. And it's telling me here that this is the lot right there, 91 Paseo, Santa Fe. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so once I search it, here is this lot, 91 Lot 35 Paseo, Aragon, and this is in Santa Fe. And you can see here there's pictures, there's information here about the lot, but here's what I want to look at. I scroll down here and you'll see this map here, and there's a really important button right here called Map Nearby Homes for Sale. It's not very prominent, it's pretty obscure, it's right here, so it's underneath. As you scroll down a little bit, it's underneath this map of the property. It's telling me that's where this lot is. And I'm going to click on this Map Nearby Homes for Sale. Now once I do, what it's going to show me is it's going to show me a split screen. It's going to show me a map on the left and information about these comps on the right. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm looking at the right area here, right? Because when we comp properties, we want to make sure we're in the neighborhood. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. So I like that view because here's the lot I'm looking at that I'm analyzing, and here are active, so it automatically defaults to actives. So these green boxes here are properties that are currently for sale all around where my lot is. Okay, now first thing I want you to do is make sure you're not on photo and you're on table. Table will provide you information below. And again, you can zoom in and out on your map right here with this plus and minus, so get you the area. The table will show you whatever your map area shows. So it'll match it. So if you zoom in, it'll shorten up your comps. If you zoom out, it'll show you more. And right now it's on, this picture is on 89 Paseo, which is probably this one. Whoops. Go back. So let's click on our lot. That's our lot right here, the one that I'm looking at analyzing. So there's another lot right next door for almost the same price for sale. Okay, so here they all are, right here. It's showing 12 homes. And what I want to do here is I want to go click on filters. Okay, so once I click on filters, let me go ahead and zoom my screen out a little bit so you can see. There we go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm looking at houses, right? So property types. I'm not going to worry about beds and baths right now, but I am going to switch from for sale to sold. So now I'm looking at sold. You can see the blues now. Now remember, when I switch it from for sale, there I can put both in now. So there's both of them. Okay, so in my situation, since I'm looking at lots, I'm going to go ahead and click house and land so that you can see there's a couple of those lots. I think that's probably a lot. If I turn land off, it's going to get rid of all of the lots for sale or that have sold. But since I'm analyzing lots, I'm going to go ahead and keep that on. I'm going to scoot this down Let me fix my screen here a little bit. There we go. I'm kind of right in this neighborhood. So I'm going to go ahead and put land back on. I'm looking at actives right now, so here's all my actives. I'm going to go ahead and switch this, or I'm going to go ahead and click solds on. And now I can see my solds and my actives. So these blues are my solds, and these greens are my active. But for now, for analyzing, I'm going to turn the solds off. Okay, let me zoom out one just so I can pick up a few more. Okay, so this is all still my neighborhood. I want to confirm that what I'm looking at is in fact my neighborhood. If it were over here somewhere, so if I scoot this over here and it starts picking up stuff over here, well, that may be a different neighborhood, right? I want to look at comps in my neighborhood to get accurate comps. And then I'm going to switch this right here from 3 months down to a year. Now I could turn that up. Let's see how many did it find. It doesn't tell me on this screen, but oh yeah, 16 homes. So I've got 16 right now. I may decide that since my lot's right here, that I just want to look at this bundle since it's enough. Since I've got a lot, I may zoom in a little bit like that. There we go, center it. So now I'm looking at all of these comps, and I've got, where does it say? Somewhere down here it says 13 homes. So I got 13 comps here that I'm looking at. And I'm going to go ahead and turn land off because I want to look at just houses, because what I'm going to do is analyze if I bought a house, built a new spec home on it, and sold it, what would my sale price be? Okay, so that's about it for now. I'm going to then go and click Apply Filters and check out what it did. Here's my table of all of these comps here. Okay, and if I put my mouse over one of them, it highlights it. So you can see here, there's 20 Camino Way is that 570. It makes it red. And this one here is 575. See how it turned it red over on the left on my map? Okay, so here's all my comps. Now here's why I love Redfin so much. They have a price per square foot category here, so it tells me what everything's sold for price per square foot, which for me, that's everything. I base everything on price per square foot. And then at the bottom, it gives me my average of all 13 comps, and it says it's 259. So 259, and it tells me that the square footage average of all of these comps is 2177, and that the average sale price then is 559,500. So that means, let me just grab my calculator real quick. If I grab my calculator and I multiply 259, which is the average price square foot, times 2177, meaning if I built a 2100 square foot house and it sold for 259, that gives me actually a little bit higher than this, 563.8. 563.8. So my ARV, or in this case, since it's new construction, my new construction sale price would be a 2177 square foot house that would sell for 259. That would get 563,843 as a new construction sale price. And then that allows me then to start from there with my formula, my new construction buy formula. Now something to note here is you can see here things fluctuate a little bit. You've got 6s, you got a 570, a 525, you got a couple 4s right here, and you got a 760, and you can see you got a couple bigger lots. So you don't just go off of this by itself. This gives you a very high level number because it's just taking the average of everything. But now what I would do is I would take a closer look and I would decide which of these are relevant and not relevant. And I would probably narrow it down and get rid of maybe half of these and get 5 of the most accurate that I want to use. Now I can scroll through pictures right here without opening up another screen. That's another thing I love about Redfin. I don't have to go open up screens to look at stuff. So if I wanted to look at that comp right there, then I click on it. And this one is 13 East Avenida South or whatever, Sebastian. So then I can kind of go through and look at it and get some information about it. And kind of say, okay, I really like this comp. I think that's a great comp. And then maybe I go down here and I say, well, this one got 760. So what's the deal there? What's with that one? So if I click on that one, okay, this one's a golf course lot. See all these lots right here back up to this golf course. How do I know that? The first image is a golf course and it matches our image. So if I scoot this down a little bit, this is all the green fairway probably right here. And I could change my layer. Let's see if that helps. And look at satellite. Yeah. So see the golf course. So these lots back up to golf course. So golf course view lots obviously get a premium. My lot over here that I'm looking at is over one of these two is not that. So that would be a comp that I would not be able to use because I'm not going to sell for 760 over here. I'm probably going to match more along the lines of some of these. Now, the other thing to note here is look at these two in the 450s. Look how small those lots are. So my lot, I think it's this one, is twice that size. So these are things that you look at when you're analyzing comps, right? You're going to always look at features. Features would be size of lots, size of home, quality of construction, views, all of those things matter. Bedrooms, bathrooms, when you analyze comps. Now here's a quick way to do this. At the very bottom here, you can click download all, and it will actually download that list of comps into a CSV file. So if I go ahead and open that, okay, and then let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. Let's see, I'll get rid of this for now. Let me scoot this over. Okay, so here's all of our comps in a spreadsheet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to look at, here's lot size, that might be important. Here's square footage, but I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of formulas. So first one over here is at the formula for average. Okay, and so equals average, and then so you put in equals average, and then I'm going to pick from here, then semicolon to here, and then enter. So what did it just do? It gave me $265 per square foot is the average. But there was that one I wanted to get rid of. Which one was that? The one that sold for 7 something there, this one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one from my list, and then it updates my average to 262, so it brought it down. And I can click on my toolbox and change the decimal point. Let's get that down. There we go. And I'll make this whatever, a different color so it sticks out. Okay. So this is my average of all of these price per square foot of the ones we're using. If I want to do the same thing, I can hit Control C on a Mac. I don't know what it is on a PC. Control V. That copies the formula, which is taking the average, and it does that on my square foot. So my average square foot right now is 2105, and my average price per square foot is 263. And I can even do it here if I want as well on price. Whoops. So let's see if it'll copy this. Control C on the sold price. Control V. Yeah. And then let's just make this change this to currency. There we go. Okay. So now our comps are telling us that average price per square foot is 263. Average square feet of the comps is 2105. And then we have 547 as our average price if you were to combine everything. So what I'm quickly going to look at here is the outliers. We got rid of the big one that was 7 something. Here's our next highest price, which is $695, and it's a little bigger. Look at it's $24.98. It's our biggest comp. Well, there's another one here for $24.98, but it sold for the highest. It sold for $695 when almost everything else. There's one other one for $649. Everything else is in the 5s and 4s. So that number may not be a good comp. Let's go see. So we'll go back to, whoops, we'll go back to our list here, and we'll find that 695, which is this one. And where's that at? That's way over here. Okay, that's fairly close by, about the same lot size. Nothing special going on here. Doesn't look like it has, I mean, it's not on the golf course like these lots here, but it does look like it backs up to Well, that's probably a lot there. Okay, so nothing special going on there with that lot. But let's take a look here. Where did it go? 695. Well, look there. That looks like it's got some pretty nice views. So what's the deal here? It just looks very high end, very well done. I mean, look how nice the pictures are. So it's a very well done comp that got 278 a foot. See right here, 278 a foot. Okay, so not that we couldn't build that same thing and get 278 a foot. So it's not like I'm going to get rid of it necessarily. But that's what I start to do. I start to go through and look at my outliers. The next thing I'm going to do is look at my smallest one. So 449. 449 it looks like is the lowest comp. So let's go see what's going on with 449, which is that, where'd it go? Which is 7 West Avenida. So let's go back and look at, oops, sorry. 449 is this one here. Okay, so that's right there. That's actually across this. Oh, that's one of these small lots. See these dinky lots right here? Let's just look real quick here. I mean, it looks okay. It looks pretty. It looks fine. Let's see. It's probably a little smaller too. What's our square footage? 1915. So it's a little smaller, right? 1915. Not terribly. Not alarming. I mean, it looks nice. Looks good. So I'm not. It's not. It doesn't need rehabbed or anything. It's not dated or anything, so it's fine. I think these two just pulled small because they're on really small lots. They're on teeny lots. Although this one got a little higher number as well. So we may decide, you know what, I'm going to throw these two out just because they got lower. Could see what's going on here too. That's this one, 8. It's 1,900 square feet. So we got a couple right here, 470, 495, 449, and 465. So if we did throw those out, let's go back to our list. Let's go back to, there it is, this one. Let's delete. And let's delete that other one in the 4, this one. What was this one here? Well, this, I think this one, let me go back. 465 was the one next to it. So we want to, let's delete the 465. So I'll go back to my list for this one at the bottom. So if we go ahead and get rid of that one. Okay. So now it updates our average to 270 and 221 or 2125. So if I create a formula that says equals this times this, gives me this as our new construction sale price. There we go. 574 if I'm going with 270 a foot. Okay, but look how cool this is to be able to do this in just right here in this in the spreadsheet where it allowed me to download it from a CSV file right from the comps here. So that's why I love Redfin. You're allowed to, you can go in and do some of this customization. So now I've narrowed my comps down to, what have I got? I've got 9 comps that I'm using right here. 9 comps. So I could go in and maybe look for a few more. One thing that I would probably look at is square footage. So look at this one's 1,500 square feet and all the rest are kind of getting up there. Let's see, what did this pull price per square foot? Yeah, 336, which is really high, but our price per square foot's really low, so it's economies of scale. So I would probably go ahead and delete this one as well. So let's delete that. That brings our price per square foot back down to a little more reasonable number. Here's one more up in the 3s. And why did this one? It's 1875, so it's not small. Location Los Santeros, so it's out of the Campañas. See that? So let's go look at that one real quick. 575. 575, it must be this one. Okay, that's very close, so I would keep that one. unless there's something going on. Looks fine. So I think I would keep that one just because it's across the street. And it's this lot, which is a little bigger. I mean, it's a little deeper, so it's a little more comparable than these ones are pretty tight, pretty small. Okay, so going back here, 262 gives me, and I'm down to 8 comps, and I've got an average price per square foot of 262, and now 2196 on my average square feet gives me 575. So that would be the ARV that I would plug into my new construction formula. And I would run my new construction formula, and that would tell me exactly what I need to buy my lot for. Assuming that there's no site development, basically what I typically do is I'll take 9% for closing cost, 6% for financing or carrying cost, and I typically do 18% for profit. And then, so let me do, if you guys want, I'll just do this real quick. I have something somewhere else I can plug this all in, but to stay on the same screen, we'll put this at a percentage. Whoops, and then 9, 6, and 18. And then we'll go ahead and subtract that from this. So we'll go equals this times 9%, and then we'll copy that formula for the other two. I didn't do it. So it's 13. Yep, okay, did it right. And then this is, okay. And then this is just our stuff we take out of it, so then we'll subtract that from here, so then we'll equals this minus this cell minus this cell minus this cell equals 385. So in order to run my new construction buy formula, I would need to know what does it cost to build. So I would then need to do my homework and find out, well, what does it cost to build a 2196 square foot house that's going to sell for 262 bucks a foot and get 575? What's that going to cost? Then calculate out my closing cost, carrying cost, and profit. What's left is my lot buy price. And then based on that number, I'll decide if I should buy that lot, build a new house, and if I can get it for my numbers. Okay, hope this was helpful. Again, this was to show you how to use Redfin. I love the way that they've done this analysis part with the split screen, with the map on one side, with the information on the right side, and to be able to download all of the data to manipulate it, and how they use price per square foot to make that really simple for us. Okay, hope this was helpful. Jerry Norton here. Talk to you soon.